Live, deep in the heart of West Texas, it's the James Hendrick Show from the James Hendrick Center of Excellence in Conservative Federalist Studies. No names to diplomas. Hey, did you guys see that article today in the Wall Street Journal about the possibility of overturning Roe v. Wade? I'll tell you something, that's the top story we're going to cover today. I'm excited about these times. A lot of pro-life activists are very excited about these times because this could turn things back over to the states if this happens. And many of you know that I am not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I am a conservative federalist. And to that end, let's see if we can find that article first in the Wall Street Journal. Here at the James Hendrick Empowerment computer. Here we go with the Wall Street Journal. Hopefully it doesn't ask for a subscription. Shouldn't. Of course, the top story there, unfortunately, is not about let's go to the U.S. news. Okay? If I can get this thing to cooperate. Okay. Funny how it doesn't mention that much of the top story anymore. Well, it should be. It should be. Because abortion is something I'm very passionate about. We have to find a way to stop it on the federal level. That way it's up to states. It's up to the states. Let's keep it in U.S. news. Evidently, only one problem with using the Wall Street Journal app, they want you to subscribe. So, I'll tell you what we'll do instead. We'll just go ahead and count that out as a news source. It's real sad, though, because I was hoping to depend on that to have that as a top story. But no, unfortunately, the media is stuck in COVID madness. Okay? And I'm at the point to where I want to say, shame on you. Both parties, shame on you. Right now. Here it is, okay. This is Through the Blaze. Their second top story. Praise God. We can get the computer to operate right. There we go. Now this is an interesting story, no doubt. No, I'm not interested in subscribing. That's the only problem with accessing the news anymore. Abortion advocates across the country were in panic mode on Wednesday after conservative justices on the U.S. Supreme Court appeared to signal a readiness to overrule or at least dramatically roll back abortion rights that were created by the court nearly 50 years ago in the landmark case of Roe v. Wade. Is it really landmark? Is it really landmark? Come on, I looked at that opinion of Roe v. Wade and oh, I'm just gonna spell it out, okay? It's nothing more than kick the can politics. It's nothing more than kick the can politics, and I'm just gonna say it out loud and plain and clear for everybody. All right? And both parties, if you're not pro-life, shame on you. Life is a fundamental right given in the Constitution, and I, as a conservative federalist, am not ashamed to defend it. We've been giving them an inch, and so far they've taken a whole bunch of miles. Well, now it's time to take our country back. Whether you like it or not. Plain truth, time to take our country back. Okay. Now, let's cover some other stories going on in this fine nation of ours. I'm glad I turned to the blaze. Here's another article. Fully vaccinated Dana White contracts COVID-19. Takes same treatment as Joe Rogan. Feeling like $1 million. Okay, now listen to me. I'm going to say this. This COVID madness that we got on both sides of the aisle, stop it. Please. The vaccines, the pro-vaccine thing doesn't work. And there are treatments out there. But horse dewormer? Ivermectin is horse dewormer. You say, well, Jimmy, how do you know that? How do you know that ivermectin is look, it says on the package horse dewormer, not for human consumption. How do I know this? I have a nephew who once worked at a local tractor supply, and he said people came to his store in droves, asking this for either a treatment or prevention from COVID. Come on, people on both sides of the aisle, okay? Use prudence, please. The media on both sides of the aisle, shame on you. Shame on you for spreading this fear and panic in people. Yeah, I'm going to make some people mad. But you know what? That's just my unique perspective. Ivermectin. Horse dewormer. Give me a freaking break. Oh, here's something. Here's something interesting. It's overturned Roe v. Wade. Rand Paul. Some remarks by Rand Paul. Let me see if I can get the audio here. If I can get the audio here, perfect. Should be able to get the audio. Of course not. Why do they call it a live feed? Oh, I forget. You have to subscribe. You have to subscribe to their channel. People, the general public, wants to know. All right? It's kind of like, I'm just going to be honest with you, can you really trust the news anymore? We're going to go from the Braves to Breitbart News, okay? We're going to go to Breitbart News. Better late than never. Facebook finally removes restrictions on praising Kyle Rittenhouse. You know, I'm not going to touch that. Now, I agree with the rapper Forgiato about what he says. Something like this, we become so reactive that we don't know which end is up. There's become so much of unrest and reactivity that it can be enough to drive you crazy. So I'm just going to cover one news story, and then I'm going to tell you what you can do. Exclusive. Human smugglers down. Okay, we're not going to cover that one. Congress strikes deal on stopgap funding through February. Kick the can further down the road. Guys, here's a subject of something you can do about. You can call your state legislators. Tell them you want more regulations on abortions, regardless of what happens with the Supreme Court. That's just something that I can give you as a conservative federalist. It's wisdom I can give you at this time. Because the news is so reactive at this time that I don't know what all I can tell you, but I can tell you this much. Tomorrow is Fearless Faith Friday, and so we're going to deal something more with faith and less with the news. You guys need a break from all that. I hope you've enjoyed listening to the James Hendrick Show. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the James Hendrick community. Receive most daily updates. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, take care and God bless.